Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke of the day for October 17th. Why do bowling pins have such tough lives? Because they're always getting knocked down. But they get up again. All right, I added that part. And I'd like to thank members who started a new month today. Danny Lissar and Nate Carlock. Thank you very much for signing up for a new month. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got Tom Thumb, Magnet, Clicker, Jack, Postcard, Heat Index, Wind Chill, Laser Pointer, Key Ring, Chicken Little, Thumbelina, Figurine, Slides, Beaufort Scale, Projector, and Dew Point. I don't know if this is too obvious, but I'm seeing Heat Index, Wind Chill, and Dew Point. Maybe there's another one, but these are just like in the weather report. What would be another weather report word, though? That's the thing. I'm not seeing it, unless Beaufort Scale. I don't know what Beaufort Scale is. Is it Beaufort? Beaufort? I don't know. And I don't know what it means. So that might be a problem. But it could also just be using the... we could doing wordplay. And when it's something I don't know what it is, more times than not, it's purple and we don't need to know the meaning because we just use the letters. But let's see. This starts with thumb, which seems really... this also has thumb in it, but... until I saw this starting with thumb, I was thinking starts with some body part or part of the hand, whatever. But I'm trying to think that might not be it. Gosh, so many laser pointer. A laser pointer and a clicker are like pet objects. Like use a clicker to train a dog, a laser pointer, a cat will chase a laser pointer. Key ring, a cat would play with a key ring. What else would a cat play with? Is this all cat stuff or they play with a magnet? Darn, I am not seeing a figurine maybe? I don't know. You wouldn't really say, hey, my cat's playing with my figurine. Oh boy. Thumbelina is from a story, but I don't know it. I don't remember anything about the story. But so is Chicken Little. Oof, is today another tough one? Or am I just not thinking about this right? Postcard. Slides. These are like vacation related things. Like you send someone a postcard, you may maybe have slides to show your vacation. I don't know. That's very old tech, but slides and projector also feel similar. Like you're giving a presentation. So slides, projector, and laser pointer are all things you would need for a presentation. But what would be the fourth one? The dew point, obviously. I wish I knew what Beaufort scale is. Beaufort scale? I don't know. Keyring, postcard, Tom Thumb. What is... I don't know what Tom Thumb is either, actually. I haven't mentioned that, but I don't know Tom Thumb. I don't know Beaufort scale. I don't know much about Thumbelina. Is clicker like you click it to change the slide? Maybe? All right. Normally when I'm wearing purple, I would try to get purple first, but I think this one's hard enough that I just want to see that the categories I found are actually correct as I find them. So I'm going to submit this. All right. That was yellow, used during presentation. All right. There goes my cat idea, by the way. So we have a jack. Jack's a name. A jack, you can like to lift a car, lift a vehicle. And also to jack a car can also mean to steal it, right? Or and then, or it's just the process of stealing it, really. I don't know. Jack, there's Jack's the game. This Jack can be so many things. You don't know Jack means you don't know anything. Boy, there was another one I was thinking of, and I've lost it because there were so many other examples. But I don't think we can focus on this because it has too many meanings. I don't know. Postcard, keyring, and magnet and figurine could just all be vacation souvenirs, I suppose. Let's try that. Okay. Items at a souvenir shop. There we go. Okay, we're down to blue purple. My theory is Beaufort scale is either a weather related thing or it's used in the purple. I'm going to test the theory that it's weather related. Okay, weather terms. And that was purple. Okay. So if I had actually just tried Beaufort scale, I would have gotten purple first because that was the first thing I saw. I'm going to look up what that is, but I'm going to finish the game first. Tom Thumb, Chicken Little, Jack, and Thumbelina do sound like they would be main characters of stories, children's stories. Folktale characters. That's basically what I was going for. All right. Maybe it wasn't as hard as I thought. I don't know. There felt like there were a lot of possible categories that weren't. I don't know. I think I struggled more than most people will. Let's look up Beaufort scale or whatever the heck that is. BEAU Fort scale. System for estimating wind speed based on observable conditions. Okay. Relates wind speed to observed conditions at sea or on land. Okay. It goes from 0 to 12. Wind strength. Okay. Difficulty. I'm having trouble because I think that I struggled and shouldn't have. So I should make it easy. But if I estimate it's easy and it's not, I always feel bad. But I guess I need to just toss that out. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5, and I think we have a 75% solve rate. Let's see. Guessing is supposed to just be fun, but it's become it's like there's sort of a thought process of like, if I say it was easy and people struggled, I feel bad. This magnet is pulling trees. Like there's wind. That's an interesting conception there. They give it a 2. I was almost going to say 2. I wonder if our solve rate's really high. Oh, okay. 96%. I'm the only one who struggled on this one. I don't know. I mean, obviously not the only one. 1 in 30, very common order. Not the most common, though, it seems like. A lot of people are getting the weather. Yeah, I mean, if I knew what Beaufort scale was, I think I wouldn't have struggled with this puzzle at all. There was just a little bit of a knowledge gap for me here. Lots of trivia in this one, actually. These two are trivia. I don't think that this is borderline. It's on. I think it's on the other side of not trivia, but it's close. It's pretty common trivia if it is. During presentation, I don't think is trivia. None of them were synonyms, which is interesting. It's just so even. There's not much to analyze here. There's not even like a consistency to what people are losing on. Most people are getting purple, though, it seems like. Yeah, 98. The purple is the most common category to get. By a tiny bit. Figurine. Tom Thumb, Chicken Little, Thumbelina, and figurine. Interesting. Like, I mean, I don't know if these mistakes mean much. Not many people made them. People being down to yellow and green, trying to figure out what's going on, is probably what's happening there. This is the most common mistake. I mean, it's only 2%. Okay, this is the rainbow herring. Thumb, index, pointer, little. Your fingers. There's also ring. Thumb, index, pointer, ring. No, this is the rainbow herring. Thumb, index, pointer, ring. Being the fingers. Gotcha. I don't call this the pointer finger, and so I didn't see it. I call it the index finger. So yeah, aren't index and pointer the same finger? Anyway, I don't know how much there's to analyze on something that 96% of people won, so how'd you do? Let's do pips. We'll start with easy. This uses 2 6s. Okay, this needs a 6 as well. So I mean, the double 6 will end up here. No, it doesn't have to. Hold on. How are we adding to 10? So 6, 4, 6, 4, and 6, 2. And then 6. Oh, no, this doesn't work. We don't have 2, 5, so it has to be 4, 6 somehow. So I mean, it's got to be the 6, 4. Oh, can we do the 6, 2 across? We don't have a domino that has to 10, do we? We do. The set's to 10. Out of bounds. What are you talking about? Okay. But this can't be a 6, 6 like this. Wow, why am I struggling here? These two are equal. We're using too many 6s. We're using 3 6s here and here. So this can't be a 6s being equal. So it's probably 4s being equal. Okay, so maybe the 4, 6 goes here. And then I guess that means the 4, 5 or the 4 blank goes here. Probably the 4, 5. I think I need the blank for the 2. Because I've got 6, 2 across here. And then blank 4 down and then 6, 6 here. Ah, that was a surprising placement for the 6, 6. This was definitely on the harder side for an easy. I don't know. There wasn't an obvious in. You had to kind of think about it first. Easy, they want you to be able to do it in under 30 seconds, but that makes it tougher when you have to think about it like that. All right, let's do the medium. Oh boy, what's our in here? Less than 5, so average of 1. These both need a blank in them. We have blank 4, blank 5, and blank 3. So 3, 4, and 5 attached to a blank. So we're going to have a blank something here, and then that's going to have 2 more of it. I don't think we have we do have a double 1, but we don't have a blank 1, so it doesn't matter. From 3, 4, and 5, what do we have 2 more of? We definitely have 2 more of 5s. What we have 4 of is another question. We have enough. I need to do this systematically. 3. We have 2, 3. Okay, we don't have enough 3s. 4s. Okay, it looks like it's 5. And so now we need a 5, 4, and a 5. We have 5, 4, 5, 2, 5, 6. What do we have 4 of? Not the 2. The 4, we do not have 4 of. The 5, sorry, the 6, we don't have 4. What did I mess up here? Let's pull this out. Is this our in? Is there a better in? What do I have 4 of? Let's just answer that question, and not the blank. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 1s. It's so hard to count this. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 2s. 1, 2, 2 3s. 1, 2, 3 4s. 2, 3. We have 4 5s. 2, 6. So these have to be the 5s. The 5 is the only one we have 4 of. So I could do the 5 blank like this. And then, ooh, that would require a 5 5 here. No, it doesn't. What's the smallest thing I have attached to a 5? I have 5 6, 5 4, and 5 2. So I could do 5 2 down here. And then I think 5 4 would then go up. And then 5 6 would go across here. No, I don't have a 4 4. Gotta think harder about how 5's going here. 5 blank felt natural, but it doesn't have to be. 5 blank could be this way. What's the other blank? It's a 4 or a 3. I don't have enough 3s, so this has to be 4. Then this is 4 5. And then we have a throwaway 4. It's the only 4 left. So 4 2 goes like that. Okay, and now 5 2 I still think has to go down. And then 5 6 is thrown out. The 6 is thrown out. No, but then this needs, oh no, this can be 1 1. And then we can use a blank here. So it could be the blank, it would be the blank 3. All right, I have 1 3 and 6 2 left. Well, this has to be less than 2, so that has to be that. That has to be that. Okay. Wow, 314. Pi time for medium. That was, I don't know, the puzzles seem to be getting tougher. Let's do the hard pips. Ooh, big one. Okay, this is an in with a 0. This adds to 30. And there's five cells, so 5 times 6 is 30. So these are all 6s. So we have a 6 with a greater than 4, but probably not the 6, 6. So hopefully we have a 6, 5. We do. So I'm gonna say that's an in 6, 5 there. I don't know where the 6, 6 is going, but it's gotta go in one of those. What's left for 6s? 6, 6, 6, 1, and 6, 4. So we have just enough of them. I'm thinking 6, 1 across here. That's my thought. Question mark. And then the 6, 6 would have to go down, and then the 6, 4 just throws away the 4. Now hopefully we have a 2, 3. We do. Oh, but you can't put a 3. No, sorry, that's woof. That was wrong. 2 blank would make sense, or 2, 1. I think 2, 1 might be better. Do I have a 1 blank? I do. So that seems okay. And then this is just a blank with a throwaway. We don't know which blank is used there. All right, we have a ton of equals up here, but it comes off of a blank. This blank goes into a 4. So what do we have connected to blanks? We have a 3, a 4, a 2. So 2, 3, and 4 are left for blanks. And that's going to be here, here, and here. So of 2, 3, 4, what do we have a ton of? We have a ton of 4s. So blank 4 goes down. Is it? Sorry, I was adjusting the scroll a little bit. Let me actually scroll this up a tiny tad. I think that might look better. So we need a bunch of 4s here. We do have a 4, 4. And then this is blank 2 or blank 3. I don't know. How are we doing 10? We do have some... hold on. I think we need a domino that has to 10, or we need to go across like this. We could go across like this, but... 5, 2. It might make sense to do like a 5, 2, and then the blank 2. And this is... Do we have a 4, 5? That would be nice. We have a 4, 4, and a 4, 3, and a 4, 1. So this would have to be the 4, 4 at this point, if I'm right about this stuff over here. And then this is a 5. 5, 3 is the only one left. Now hopefully I have a 4, 3. And then this is 3, 2 or 3 blank. 3, 2. This is actually working. This is 2, 2. This is 4, 1 down. This is our blank 3. I did it. Less time than the medium. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Friday, October 17th. Let's play. The Naked Gun or Scary Movie? I mean, they're movies, they're comedies, they're parodies. I don't know. Maybe parody. Unfortunately, that doesn't fit. Okay. Blank cut, short hairstyle. Buzz cut. Pixie cut, maybe? Napoleon's punishment after the Battle of Waterloo. Exile. Is there an X in every single one of these? Surrendered. Surrendered. Not sure. They travel up and down snow-covered hills. I don't know. Glasses, informally. Specs. Dot on a computer screen. A pixel. Nitrous oxide is laughing gas. De-squeaked as a bike chain. Oiled. Scrollable features of social media. Feeds. All right, the downs were easier. So this was spoof. They're spoof movies? Yeah, because they're spoofs of other films. So there was Naked Gun is based on I don't know. Is there a specific film that Naked Gun makes fun of? And then Scary Movie, I don't know. I guess they're spoofs. Whatever. What else did I miss? Seated. Surrendered was seated. Sleds travel up and down snow-covered hills. Easier to bring the sled down than up, I suppose. And then I got all the downs, I think. All right, well, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is gatekeeping, but gate is spelled G-A-I-T, which I believe is the way you walk. So is walk here? We have walk. Now, how are we making that a spanogram? like walking styles. Walk this way. I may need to find some types of walks before I can do anything with this. All right, let's hold off on that. It probably ends in walks actually. So what kind of walks? Shale walks. I'm not sure. What's around here? This Tutle scuttle. All right, so let's lock in scuttle. And then what's to the right here? Spy Drapes, I think that is what that is. Okay. Still have walks here. Gallop? No. Vacro. Tova. Crow tap. I don't know if I know what this is. So many left. Spurp. SH. Shep. Galmu. I'm worried I don't know all these words. Is there like meander or something? No. I'm trying to think of walking words. So far our examples are scuttle and trapes. They might be picking some weird words here. I thought I was going to do well, but pant, maybe? No. Maybe cavort. Cavort, okay. Carp. Prance. All right, so we still have walks. Oh, is it silly walks? That's a reference to Monty Python. All right. Two more. They're specifically silly walks. Cheaper. I don't know. What are these words? Galmuck. Cumlag. Cuggle. Muggle. Maybe prep. I might just take a hint. Yeah. I was trying not to, but caper. I didn't think caper meant to walk. Galumph. I mean, they're fun words, but holy cow, that was a hard one for me. All right, well, how'd you do? All right, let's spin the bonus games wheel and see what game our members are having us play today. All right, it's Zymera who suggested Betweenal. I think Zymera was picked for Wordle yesterday, so that's great. All right, we'll play Betweenal. All right, this is Betweenal. I'm going to start with logic. It doesn't really matter what you start with. So the way this game works is look at this left side here. We've got an orange dot along a line. We have a number here and a number here. These are percentages. If you think about all 5-letter words arranged alphabetically, so just take every single possible 5-letter word, even the really weird, rare ones, just in the dictionary, right? Just in dictionary order, top to bottom. What we're doing is we guess logic, and it says, okay, the word we're looking for, 31% of all of our words come between logic and our word, and then 20% are between our word and all Z's. So we're kind of narrowed it down to a 51% of all the words. So we've just eliminated 50% of the possible words, if you want to think about it that way. And our range is now here. But we know because of this orange dot and because of these percentages, we're a little bit closer to all Z's than we are to logic. So the reason the starting word doesn't matter is as long as you know basically where the words are related to all A's and where the words are related to all Z's, your starting word just kind of gets you there because you're always going to either have all Z's at the bottom or all A's at the top. So we're 20% away from all Z's. Now, unfortunately, I don't play this game every day anymore, so I've kind of lost my instinct for what letter that's going to be. But I suspect I should try an S. And I think S is going to go up. I think S is too far, but I'm going to do a late S and see. Suave is fun. That's just a fun word. Oh, S went down. Okay, so we are in the S's. I'm going to try an okay, there's definitely more than 3.7% of the words starting with S. S is a very common starting letter. So I think we might want to go to SL even, because SU is very late in the S's. So let's do slime and see where that takes us. Slime went up, so SL was even too far. I could do an SM, perhaps? How many SLs are there? Let's do SN. Snipe, maybe? Okay, that still goes up, but now we're at 0.18%. Around here, you can start using the heuristic, and it is a heuristic, it's not exact. That 0.01% is one word. So we're about 18 words away from snipe, but that includes uncommon words. But that can help you kind of devise how far to go. So I'm actually going to try, if I can do an SNO word, I'm going to see if I can find one of those. Snope is a website. Is it actually a word? It's not. Snore. All right, so now I'm 5 words away. It could be SNO, or we could be jumping all the way to SNU. Let's do it as late as possible, like snowy. There we go. Got it. All right, so I got snowy in 6. Very nice. And hopefully that explains the game for people who have been confused about it. Well, those are the games for this video. I hope you enjoyed them. By the way, if you like Betweenal, I do it once a week during the daily games video, which you can find in the pinned comment below. If you want to watch Wordle, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. Again, that pinned comment has all the videos I made today, plus that weekly video, the daily games video. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.